the management system, okay, the management system that we see now, that exists now, it was not the same before. Actually, this evolution of management thought is your first topic of your first unit, but I wanted to give you the basics first, then go to this topic. Okay, so this before the like now the system which we are, it is the most advanced system of management, advanced and most comfortable form of the organization setup, but it was not of the same kind in the previous say you can say generations also. So this concept of this management development and this concept of evolution of thought, it started from 2000 years before the Christ. Okay, but slowly it was developing, coming over, and things started happening and all. Last 3 centuries, okay, last 3 centuries are most significant, are most significant. And this last 3 centuries, the evolution, the developments of this management thought are grouped into 4 periods. Are grouped into 4 periods. One is, you can note down, it are grouped into 4 periods. That is, this management thought came up in 4 stages. Okay, last 3 centuries, this is grouped into 4 stages. That is, this management thought came into, evolved into 4 stages of system. So the first stage is period of management awakening. The first stage is period of management awakening. And the second stage is scientific management period. Second stage is scientific management period. Third stage, it is the human relations period. It is the human relations period. Third stage is the human relations period. And this human relations period is also called behavioral sciences period. This human relations period is also called behavioral sciences period. And the last stage is called as modern management period. And last stage is called as, last stage in the sense, the current stage. Okay, the current situation is called as modern management period. So what are the 4 different stages? Please tell me now.
Period of management awakening, scientific management period, human relation period, which is also called as behavioral sciences, and the
Yes.
last one is modern management period.
Modern management period. So this the actually for your in your syllabus, it is only given as evolution of thought, but this is a very big concept, very big concept, that each and every stage has its own developments. Each and every stage has its own developments. So, but in others, actually, this syllabus is like in previously, it was, this subject was studied as management science. There, it was discussed in detail. That is all the scientific management theories, and that is different theories given by different economists in that time, during that period. But now, I don't know whether it is there in your syllabus or not, but still I want you to note down, because suddenly, see, evolution of thought happens in 4 stages. That is okay, but in every stage you have some contribution. So if they ask you about what is Maslow's theory, what is Taylor's theory, it will be a blunder mistake that if we do not discuss it. So now, please note down, in each and every stage, there are the different contributions given by different people. So first stage is just the introduction stage. It is the period of management awakening, which means that here, see, this was the period after the industrial revolution. After the industrial revolution, somewhere in around 1947. Okay, and this it also gave rise after this industrial revolution. There was a large growth and diversification of different business units. That is, people started thinking about business in greater extent. Before that, it was only to some extent people like family owned business or something, a barter system or trading system or whatever it is, whichever the form it was. But after this industrial revolution, this was the stage we call it as period of management awakening. So the salient features of this period of management awakening are, that is, the salient features of this period of management awakening are automation. Automation is the primary objective before in this during this period. Automation is the primary objective. So what do you mean by automation? What do you mean by automation? Yes? What do you mean by automation?
Ma'am, maybe it's like reducing human labor.
Reducing human labor. That is, instead of machine power, that is muscle power is transferred to machines. So before that period, before this, only the source of getting work done is manpower. Then after that, muscle power, manpower is transferred to machines. That is, slowly there was a change that machines started coming into the scenario. So there was new, see, when machines started coming, the next upcoming thing in this period was new inventions. New inventions increase the demand. New inventions increase the demand because see, when people when you give the comforts, or when life becomes easy, obviously people start uh, adopting it. So similarly here, new inventions increased, and the next, the number of commercial establishments expanded. That is, more number of business units came into the system. More number of commercial units, in the sense, more business activity was increased. Then during this, these are the three bigger changes, or these are the three significant features of this period. One is automation. The number one is automation. That is where muscle power is transferred into machines. Next, new inventions increased, and the third one is more number of commercial establishments happened. Then next, during this period, there were certain there were certain challenges where like traditional approaches of getting the things were transferred into the new ideas and approaches. And there were people like Robert Owen and many like Charles Babbage, also James Watt. They were the contribution of these scientists took place in this period, during this period. So who was Charles Babbage? What did he invent?
Computer.
Huh?
Computer, ma'am.
Computer. Who was James Watt?
Steam engine.
Yes. So these were the things which were introduced during that time. So slowly people started thinking about the working hours, housing facilities, training for workers, training of workers. Because when do we need training? When we start adopting new technology or new things. So as there was a scope for invention of new machinery, then they started thinking about this training of workers, provision of rest places, canteens, and all. And during this period, Charles Babbage, he introduced this computers and instead of this traditional book, traditional methods of noting down the accounts or whatever it is, they started using this also. And Charles Babbage is more remembered because the biggest thing is analytical engine, this computer, and that is the analytical engine is nothing but the modern version of the early version of the computer, right? So he started, he gave more contributions in this period. That is, he also suggested on the division of work into physical and mental efforts, and he also worked upon payment of bonus, profit sharing, and so on to the employees. And next, the other person is other two people were James Watt and Robinson Bolt. So they were again who invented the steam engine, and they used this they were the one who started the steam engine first time, and management techniques such as forecasting, market research, production planning, how to plan about this, and standardization of work procedures and welfare of workers. All these were all these were the features of their um, introduction or in their hard work. So this is the first stage of evolution of thought, where this automation happened and new inventions came and market was new business business came like evolution of more number of commercial units started. So this is the first stage of evolution of management thought. And next stage, second stage, it is the scientific management period. It is the scientific management period. Second stage is the scientific management period. So in this period, so two theories evolved. One is Henry Fayol's theory, and the other one is Frederick Winslow Taylor's theory, F.W. Taylor's theory. What are the two theories? One is Fayol's theory, Henry Fayol's theory, and second one is Frederick Winslow Taylor's theory. So these are the two theories that came in the second stage of management, which is called as scientific management period. And this scientific management period, it holds like it has greater significance because of this evolution of these two theories. These two theories. So let us Fayol is a French industrialist. Actually, he's a mining engineer, and Taylor also he was an apprentice in engineering. That is just a person working in the organization. So, being the shop floor employees or the employees in the organization, they gave rise to their contribution. That is, they gave some contributions to the society. That is how organizations should be. Okay, how organizations should be. How can organizations transfer this traditional system into the scientific system of getting things done? So first let us discuss Fayol's contribution. So Henry Fayol's contribution to management. So actually, see, when we earlier we have discussed what are the functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, controlling, and all. So similarly, according to Fayol, he also defines managerial functions as first function is forecasting, planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. So these are the functions, management functions according to Henry Fayol. So the first one is added here. The first one is forecasting. So what do you mean by forecasting? What do you mean by forecasting? Yes?
Generation of ideas.
Yes, yes.
Generation of idea.
No. What do you mean by
Checking about the feasibility of the product.
no?
Analyzing the upcoming situation.
Yes, analyzing the upcoming situations. That is predicting the future. That is predicting the future of the product or a business or whatever it is. Predicting the future. So that is the first function of Henry management function as given by Henry Fayol. So that is forecasting. Then next comes the planning. What is planning? What to do, how to do, when to do, and like that is planning. Organizing. How can we get the things done? How, what is the solution, and how practically you can conduct the activities? Commanding, coordinating, and controlling. All these are something like where a manager has to handle. So these are the basic functions given by Henry Fayol. Next, he identifies he identifies the activities of the organization in every industrial organization into six categories. Activities of the organization into six categories. One is the technical activity. One is the technical activity. Number two is the commercial activity. Technical activity, commercial activity. Number three, financial activity. Number four, security. Number five, accounting. And last one is managerial activity. What are they? Please repeat. One is technical. Next, number two, commercial. Number three, financial. Number four, security. Five, accounting. And last one is managerial. So, what do you mean by technical here? What are the technical activities of the organization? Hmm? Which activities of the organization can be clubbed into this technical function of the organization?
Dealing with machinery and computers.
Dealing with machinery, computer, production. Yes, production also. How this production can be done, what are the principles to be adopted, what is the procedure to be used and all. So that is production activity. Number two, commercial. So commercial is, what are the commercial things? Hmm? What are the commercial activities of the business organization?
Advertising,
Only advertising. Before that, commercial activities.
Promotion.
Basic activities I'm asking. Yeah, all those are also the activities of this, but what are the basic commercial activities before promotion and advertising? Buying and selling. Is it not a commercial activity? Buying of raw material and selling the finished products. Of course, for selling the product, you will go for promotion and advertising, but basic activities are buying and selling. Next, third one is the financial activity. So, what do we do here? Financial activity. How much to invest, where to invest, how much to save, what is the amount of money to be spent on raw material and what is the amount of money to be spent on machinery, and how do you handle the money generated. All these, that is procuring the capital, comes under the financial activity. Next comes the security. Security is protecting the property and people of the organization. And next, accounting. Accounting is maintaining the books, records, or accounting books. And accounting books is nothing but how much have you spent for depending upon the type of the need or necessity. And managerial activity, last one is planning and controlling. Is planning and controlling. So these are the 6 activities of any organization that should be. So what are they? Technical, commercial, financial, security, accounting, and management. Now, when we look at this, becomes a simple task for us because everything is already we are following. But this was not the scenario in that during those days. So this is the contribution given by Henry Fayol. So he identifies all the activities and clubs into different categories. And that is 6 activities. He divides it into 6 different activities. And he identifies 14 principles of management. He identifies, that is, he defines 14 principles of management. So 14 principles of management. So you can note down, I'll tell you. First one is division of work. Number 1 is division of work. Number 2 is authority. Number 2 is authority. Number 3 is discipline. And discipline. Number 4 is unity of command. Unity of command. Number 4 is unity of command. Number 5 is after unity of command, number 5 is unity of direction. Unity of direction. And number 6, subordination of individual interest to group interest. That is subordination of individual interest to group interest. Next. How many over?
6, ma'am.
7th one is a remuneration. Remuneration. Next, 8th one is centralization of authority. Next one is centralization of authority. Next, scalar chain. Next, scalar chain. After scalar chain, it is order. It is order. Next, equity. Equity. After order, it is equity. And 11th one, not 11th, 12th one, stability of tenure of personnel. Stability of tenure of personnel. Next, 13th one, initiative. Initiative. And last one is esprit de corps. Esprit, ESPIRIT. DEDCORPS. It is a German term. Esprit de corps. Esprit de corps. So these are the 14 principles defined by Henry Fayol, and these principles they reflect the structure of the organization. That is how the organization structure should be. And they also explain, and they have also, these principles, they also explain how the managers and workers should behave in the organization or should be taken care. And he gave, his contributions were very much useful for the growth of professional management. For the growth of professional management. And he is called as father of modern management. He is called as father of modern management. Okay? Father of modern management. So let us discuss each and every principle in detail. So what is the first one? Which is the first principle?
Division of work.
What do you mean by this division of work? What do you mean by division of work?
Dividing the work into comfortable ways so that completion.
Yes, dividing the entire organization's activities into based on task or based on the amount of work or whatever it is, so that the members of the organization can be grouped on based on the skills, employee skills and talents. And it proves an opportunity, it gives an opportunity to get specialized in different areas. Like we have now, what we have, chemical engineers, mechanical engineers. So we know now what can mechanical engineers do, what can electrical engineer do. So this is division of work. Number 2 is
Authority.
so what do you mean by authority? It refers to the power or right or order, giving orders or whatever it is. So that is, it is an, see, if you do not have authority, if you do not give the authority to a person, then what happens? Everybody will feel, everybody becomes boss or everybody feels irresponsible. So this is a kind, something sort of like giving, taking the responsibility. Okay. Number 3 is
Discipline.
so what is discipline? It is something like every as an individuals we should respect each other by respect each other and also by observing the rules. Say respect each other in the sense that we have family rules different in different. We have family bonding. We have colleagues. How we treat colleagues, how we treat friends. So different kind of bonding we have. So behaving accordingly is discipline. Next, unity of command. So what do you mean by unity of command? Here it is. See, if you instruct, if you have one boss, it will be clear. Say what to do, how to do, what, how to convince. But if you have many people ahead of you, it will be you get messed up with the activities. So here it is, unity of command means that employee should receive instructions from only one person, one superior. Next, what is the next principle?
Unity of direction.
Yeah, unity of direction is same person, one superior also should not direct in different ways. That is, do this, do that. In like you cannot ask a single person to, even if superior is one, if he gives you, if he directs the employee in different ways, again that will be also a wrong or negative trait. So when you have to, when objectives are similar, the action plans also should be similar. That is, you should assign the same similar activities, grouping together and placing under one management, and there should be like you should have a clear action plan. It is like today now, if I for a 1 hour session, if I teach management science, if I teach the other subject, it is not good. But unity of direction and unity of command, both are important. The next one is subordination of individual interest to group interest. So group interest or goals of the organization, like, see, individual interest is I want to grow in the organization, I want to excel in the organization. But group interest is how to achieve the organizational goals, how to protect the organizational activities. So that is group interest. Next, remuneration. So what is remuneration? What do you mean by remuneration? Come on fast, quickly, we will finish this. What do you mean?
Salaries.
Salaries. So the wages and salaries, because everybody, why do we work? Because we want to make money. So to achieve the organizational goals is a primary objective, but in other sense also you want to make money. So that is remuneration. Next, centralization of authority. So that is centralization of authority is, so see, when do we call authority centralized? When decision power, decision making activity is with one particular group, say top level or whoever it is. So the centralization of authority means authority is to be centralized when you give this authority to the top level, top level. So the degree of decentralization or centralization, it depends upon the needs of the organization. See, we have TCS. TCS it holds different offices in different countries also. So why as it is spread all over the world, they have decentralized. But a smaller unit, if you decentralize the authority, it will lead to misuse. So that is centralized.